Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Ruroni K95 here, and once again, it's time for a manga update because it's December, because I know Christmas is in 2 weeks, but I want to do something more simple that I wanted to do because, yeah, when I mean simple, it's something that is usual, especially because, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, because I wanted to do like a new video that I haven't done before because I was busy with physical media video library series videos in the past. Same with my anime reviews, because I'm getting to have particularly almost 4 years of experience of being an anime reviewer, because I have every chance to prove that I'm having 4 years of being an anime reviewer. So today I'm going to be doing, but that's probably in the case. So anyway, so today we're going to be doing a 2020 edition of my Japanese manga pickups video. I'm going to show you, because I have some right here, because I'm going to do this for today as a 2020 edition of my Japanese manga pickups video. What I mean Japanese manga pickups, like they're the ones that are not translated in English, but they're translated in Japanese, especially. I forgot to add Ranma Half Volume 12, the manga book that I have right there, which is not translated in English, but it's in Japanese. I don't know if I have time for it, but pretty soon I will do it at one point for the 2021 edition of my Japanese manga pickups at some point. So, the first manga I have got recently is Attack on Titan, Volume 1. This is the first time, when I first bought this at a library book sale, particularly back in 2019, because it's almost been a year, which is probably a year ago, especially, because this was particularly only like $1 when I first got this. I think I got this probably in like the languages section, because I had a look on the back and it says 429 yen on there. Yeah, because you can, and I had to look through the pages on there, and it says printed in Japan on that. So I got, why not? I had to buy a manga book that is probably translated in Japanese, and that's something that you find at Kinokuniya bookstore or any manga store probably in Japan, especially as well. So if you want to look these manga pages on there, these are the ones that are probably that are translated in Japanese. It's not translated in English, especially of what you see on this one, like this page here. If anyone can use photo translation app, I highly recommend you to check it out at the Google Play Store, if you want to check it out for the works as well. On every certain pages of every manga, like this one, that's translated in Japanese, I hope you can translate it by using the photo translation app. This is the first time I get to buy this, which is not too long ago as well. The next manga I got, but this is like a yaoi manga from Asuka Comics. This is Takumi-kun Series Volume 3, which I've shown you before recently as well, which you guessed it. Next one I got is Saint Young Man Volume 1. This is the first time I had to buy, this manga is about Jesus and Buddha that are the main character parts in the manga. Yeah, if you read Saint Young Man manga, because, to be fair, I wanted to check this out because I was going to show you, like, if you want to read manga books that are in Japanese, this is the one you have to start reading on this particularly, like, as well. Because this is particularly how these Japanese manga books that are printed in Japan, but it's not translated in English, but it's in Japanese on there. Because this is the first time I had to get this for the first time, so I could get... And this also got me into buying manga books that are translated in Japanese, because it's not translated in English anyways. If you ever want to learn Japanese, or if you can use photo translation app on there, if you want to take pictures of it. And I have Volume 5 of Saint Young Man. I got another volume, particularly. Regardless, particularly, I had to get particularly more manga books that are translated in Japanese. It's not translated in English anyways, because it's something you can find at Kinokuniya bookstore as well. there's every certain pages on there of the manga, like if you want to check these out, because these are particularly that are not translated in English, because like look at that, and it's probably how it's particularly printed in Japan, which is not so easy that I had to find every certain manga book that is translated in Japanese. Yeah, at the end of this, it says printed in Japan. And yes, the manga Saint Young Men was done by the creator named Hikaru Nakamura. Yeah, this was printed in 2010 because I was in high school when this manga came out, particularly in Japan as well. Yeah, and it's something that you could probably find these kinds that are probably at Kinokuniya Bookstore, if you ever been to Kinokuniya Bookstore particularly. The next manga I have is Volume 9 of Saint Young Men. I got another volume particularly because this is the one that is printed in Japan, in case you're wondering. Surprisingly, there's only a few pages on there that is in full color. I mean, like, look at that. Particularly, if you want to read Japanese, or if you want to learn Japanese, you can use every certain manga book that is translated in Japanese, and if you have a notebook or a pen, you can start learning Japanese and write down of how you want to learn, like, the translation as well. Yeah. Because it means you'll get the picture, though, anyways. I mean, look at that. Every certain manga books like these titles that are probably printed in Japan, they're both basically translated in Japanese, in case you're wondering as well. Yep. Because I had to get another volume of Saint Young Man as well. Oh. This also comes with Saint Young Man Blu-ray disc and DVD combo Japanese flyer advertisement thing. This particularly came inside Volume 9 of Saint Young Men, in case you're wondering that. And yes, it is particularly in Japanese. And this also comes with a sleeve jacket for this particular manga book that is particularly translated in Japanese. And I also have Volume 10 of Saint Young Men. I like the cover of how they were making their own manga panels of how they made on this one. Especially, it's just probably on the cover, especially. But the pages, however, some of them yeah, because what can you do when you get a manga book that is not translated in English because it's translated in Japanese, especially? I mean, come to think of it, this is particularly largely printed in Japan, and yes, this is particularly translated in Japanese, in case you're wondering, especially. If you ever... I mean, the chapter indexes, like on the jacket sleeve, it's in Japanese on there. And also, there's only a couple pages, fewer pages, the full color ones, just like I've shown you before. I mean, like, look at that. But the rest of the pages on there, like black and white manga, like these pages like that. I mean, look at that. Come to think of it, this is probably how it's printed in Japan. And yes, it's particularly translated in Japanese. It's not translated in English, though, and it's something you find at Kinokuniya Bookstore or any used manga store, particularly if you ever have been to Japan, especially. And next I have Volume 12 of Saint Young Men. I got another volume, particularly, in case you're wondering. And speaking of which, there are some pages on there like these ones. I mean, come to think of it, these are the kind of manga books that are translated in Japanese. And yeah, they are printed in Japan. I mean, if you ever been to a manga store, particularly in Japan, because these are the kind of manga books that are translated in Japanese. It's not translated in English anyway, because even though I haven't been to Japan, but pretty soon, but that's on my bucket list, because we're in a pandemic, but even though the pandemic has nothing to do with me and all. The next one I have is Volume 14 of Saint Young Men, another volume that I got recently as well. In case you're wondering, and it's probably how the few pages, like every certain pages, like in full color and all, but the rest of these pages, like, they're basically this. And yes, in the speech bubbles, on the certain character, what they were saying in this particular manga book that is translated in Japanese. Yeah, it's not translated in English, though, because you're going to basically have to learn Japanese. If you ever want to learn Japanese, you can probably write the words down, what they're saying, and you could use a journal or notebook if you have a pen as well, if you want to learn Japanese as well. Or if you can use photo translation app on there to take pictures of what they're saying. Yeah, this is particularly another volume I had to get more recently as well. And yes, I do have particularly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 volumes of Saint Young Men. I got 6 volumes of them because they're translated in Japanese, not translated in English anyway. And the last one I got for today's manga update, I have Volume 5 of Yasha, forgot to tell you. Yeah, this is particularly serialized by Flower Comics, in case you're wondering. And yeah, this is particularly something what you find at a used manga store in Japan. And yes, this was written by the manga creator Takumi Yoshida as well. And yes, this is the kind of manga books that are particularly translated in Japanese as well. Yeah, because if you want to learn Japanese especially. And yeah, this is all I got for today. So that's going to be it for my manga update for today. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts, because even though I have did my previous video where I show you my Japanese Manga Collection 2020 update video, like I show you all 9 of these, because pretty soon I might do a 2021 update in the future at some point, because I've been busy with some anime reviews mostly as well. Hope to subscribe for content. My anime plant link in the description down below. You can share this video on your Twitter and Facebook if you have Twitter, Facebook account, and all social media. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking on the like button in this video. Feel free to leave in the comments in the comment section below in this video as well. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel. Hit the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified, and keep it otaku for this manga update, because I got 9 manga books that are translated in Japanese, because I've shown you my Japanese Manga Collection 2020 update since last time in the previous videos as well. This is RuRoniK95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it, and I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video, and hope you have a great day. This is RuRoniK95 signing off, and thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos.